Alright, we've already talked about the 1911 on this channel, so you should know that the military version is chambered in 45 ACP. ACP standing for Automatic Colt Pistol, or if you watch the video, you would know that it actually means Anti-Cal Projectile. But what if I told you the 1911 was also the only pistol to ever be credited with downing an enemy plane? Alright, deep breath, here we go. Once upon a time on March 31st, 1943, 12 American B-24 Liberator-class bombers would depart on a mission to bombard an enemy-held bridge in Burma. It's worth noting that the B-24s were so dangerous to their pilots and crew that they were unaffectionately nicknamed the Flying Coffin. I feel like a fat version of Eminem. Shortly into this mission, they would be ambushed by 13 enemy planes. There's conflicting accounts on what kind of planes. Some say it was a Ki-43, and some say it was the infamous Japanese Zero. Potato, potato, nobody cares, moving on. During this ambush, one of the B-24s would be critically damaged and the crew would be forced to bail out. Amongst that crew was a young Texas lieutenant by the name of Owen J Baggett. After exiting the B-24 and deploying their parachutes, the enemy pilots would circle back and open fire on the men. 2 members of the crew were fatally wounded. At this point, the surviving members of the crew would do their best to play dead, doing their best to appear to be hanging lifelessly from their parachutes. This time, a single enemy plane would double back with its canopy open, checking to see if all the members of the crew were dead. As the enemy plane approached Lieutenant Baggett head-on, he would draw his 1911 and fire 4 shots. The plane would immediately stall out and appear to spiral out of control. I'm trying to tell you that he just parachute no-scoped a fucking plane. You know, I actually think it's a war crime to shoot at somebody while you're parachuting, but it's also a war crime to shoot at somebody while they're parachuting, so those cancel each other out. Either way, this is probably the first time the Geneva Convention got a complaint that the enemy was hacking. The new pistol buff was too OP. I already made every 9mm guy mad in my 1911 video. The ballistics between 45 and 9mm are virtually the same. Cool story, how many planes has it shot down? And I'm not trying to bash on 9mm. I like 9mm. I'm just saying it never took out Starscream's fucking grandpa, okay? And this is the part where people get all mad and they argue. It never happened. A fighter pilot would never open his canopy. Dude, it was World War II. These aren't modern jets going the speed of Mach fuck, okay? Fighter pilots in World War II open their canopies all the time. There were some pilots that preferred to fight with the canopy open so they could bail out quicker. Oh yeah? Well, it's just statistically impossible. No, it's not. In fact, there's an entire theory in the aviation community about it called the Golden BB theory. Shit like this happens more than you'd think. Anyways, after the crew parachuted down to the ground, they would be captured and serve as POWs for the remainder of World War II. While at that POW camp, they found a colonel that claimed that he found a downed enemy pilot that had been ejected from his aircraft and had been shot by a pistol caliber round, adding further credit to this story. After the war, Lieutenant Baggett would make it home and continue to serve in the military where he reached the rank of colonel. He would then retire to his home state of Texas, being the only man to ever win a quick draw competition against a plane. Why do all the crazy stories always trace back to Texas? Most gangster battleship of all time, the USS Texas. Audie Murphy, the most decorated war hero of World War II. From Texas. Lafayette Gene Poole, maybe the most successful tank commander of all time, earning him the nickname War Daddy. The guy they based the Fury movie off of? Yeah, also Texas. In conclusion, the Colt 1911's rated for people, cows, and apparently planes. Merch store and other links available at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang out.